Hello, hello. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you're tuning in from. My name is Daniel Song. I'll be your MC or your virtual host for tonight's event. I have two incredible, really amazing speakers on for tonight's virtual broadcast. And I can't wait to bring them on. But before I do that, just a couple quick little tips, guys. If you guys are viewing this on a desktop or a mobile phone or an iPad, go ahead and click on that full screen mode. We want to make sure that you can see everything on the screen. We want to make sure that you can see the information that the speakers are going to talk about. So go ahead and go into full screen mode. And let me just start off by saying we just want to welcome you to this live broadcast. You know, obviously people are tuning in from around the world, and we know that there's probably a multitude of reasons why you're tuning in tonight. Maybe some of you guys got a free tasting pack or a gift in the mail. Maybe some of you guys have seen other friends try YOLI. You want to get more information. Whatever the reason is, we're so grateful and glad to have you here tonight. Once again, as I said, I have two amazing speakers that are going to take you through a little bit on the company and, of course, the products, and a little bit, of course, on the business opportunity with you guys. So first, I have on the call Dr. Angie Cross. Angie Cross is a holistic wellness expert. She has a very successful practice that she moved from the Midwest out to Arizona, I believe, where she currently resides right now with her beautiful family. She's a wonderful mother, a wonderful mentor, and a teacher to the YOLI family. I mean, she just teaches us not only about the YOLI product, but what it means to live a healthy life in general, in and outside of the business. So just a lot of really helpful nuggets from her. And again, she serves on the medical advisory board. She's one of 4 or 5 elite doctors that work with the company to not only develop and innovate what future products are coming to YOLI, but examine and reinforce and just make sure that even our current products are just absolutely at its best. And so we're so grateful to have her on. With that all being said, I want to make sure Angie is on right now. Angie, are you out there?
Hey, Daniel. Yes, thank you.
Awesome. Well, take it away. I'm going to hand the controls over to you, and it's yours to do.
Awesome. Thank you. Okay. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you, Daniel. This is such a great platform to really get our passion and our message out there. We truly care about our health, our wellness, and most importantly, like where you're at on your journey. And wherever you are, just understand that this whole transformation and everything that YOLI stands for, it meets everybody. So no matter what age or what gamut of the spectrum that you're on as far as health or wellness, or we pretty much have everything covered. So tonight we are going to have a great presentation, just quickly explaining what YOLI does. So a little bit, just going to do a quick disclaimer, product disclaimer, that we just obviously have to say that we don't diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any diseases. We are a nutritional company. Financial disclaimer, everything varies according to what you put into it is what you get out of it. And also, as a healthcare professional, we take that very serious. We can't really give any medical advice. We are just here to serve because we're passionate about the products and the mission. So just had to get that out of the way. We will get right into this. Let's see. Okay. So YOLI is an Aztec word that means to live. And this is all about living your best, living wholesome, being happy, being healthy, and we do transform lives. And that's been the tagline since day one. I've been with YOLI for going on 10 years. It's been an amazing journey. I've done a lot with health and wellness, but let's get right into the numbers. So this is why I'm so very passionate about this, is because the health and the numbers that are out there with health conditions, we have some issues that we have to support and address and help people now more than ever. And I think especially with the current state of affairs, our immune system and our health is absolutely the most important thing right now. If we don't have our health, we don't have anything. You can have all the greatest things in the world, but if you don't have your health, so that is our true mission. Chronic degenerative diseases are one of the top leading areas of concern, and it's really, most of them are preventable. If you look at all the big conditions out there, a lot of it has to do with stress, diet, things that we're exposed to, bad choices, and so much of the health care expenditure and the health issues are preventable. So I pray and I hope that you get some great information out of this and how you can take control of your health. This generation is the first generation not to outlive the previous generation. So what that means is our children, I have a 16 and 17-year-old, our generation is expected to outlive their generation just because of the decline in, what's going on out in the world and with healthcare, and also with just the food and the industry. So we really want to get those numbers changed. Over $77 billion are spent on weight loss products. Keep in mind, this is so much more than a weight loss product. This is a health company. We are all about health and wellness. We're teaching you that this is a lifestyle change. This is not a diet. We never use the word diet. We rather use the word health transformations, lifestyle changes. So first of all, if you have tried diets and you've gone on the roller coaster that many, many have, you can say goodbye to that method. We're going to teach you a better way, a way that it becomes a holistic wellness lifestyle change. Healthcare is one of the biggest expenses for all of the families today. So I would say that, the need is great. The health crisis today, obviously we know that the standard American diet is no bueno, right? We don't have the quality in our food for the most part. It is changing, and we do have a lot more choices than we used to have. But the standard American diet, we call it SAD, is pretty sad for most people out there. So if you are used to going through the drive-thrus, if you are used to cooking out of boxed foods or canned foods or frozen foods, we're going to try to teach you that you can cook and eat in a healthier fashion and put those nutrients back into your body, which is exactly that point right there. The foods that we're eating, they're just lower in nutritional value. So the soil that is growing our crops and our fruits and our vegetables have changed, and the air and the quality of like what's going on the food and the fertilizers and the pesticides. I mean, there's so much being bombarded on our food. So even when we're trying to eat healthy, sometimes our healthy foods become toxic. So we're not just like, here, take some products. We're like, here, let's teach you, let's educate you on what healthy choices are. Let's teach you how to transition into healthier options. Metabolically obese normal weight is another issue that's going on. We all know the skinny people out there who say, oh, I'm skinny, I can eat anything and I won't gain weight. Okay, well, that's only part of the story. That's not healthy. It doesn't equate to health. They might have genetically the good gene that doesn't allow them to gain fat, but it doesn't mean that they're healthy. So again, this is an overall health program that's going to help support your body in what it's already designed to do, healing you from the inside out. So JAMA, which is a Journal of American Medical Association, states that 25% of the population is metabolically obese. So what that means is 25% of the population might be thinner or skinny, but they're not healthy. That's about 78.5 million people. So don't let a book fool you by its cover, right? You really want to keep in the back of your mind, if you are one of those thin people or a thin person, really do be that inspiration to them, to talk to them about their health and be that role model. There's a lot of misinformation. Oh my goodness, this topic just really is deep to my heart, because as a mother with 2 teenage children, they don't know as much as we do. They don't know that there's billions, if not trillions of dollars being spent on marketing in the food industry. And they don't know that there's all these chemicals and MSG and aspartame and additives and all these things that make them addicted. So there's a lot of things that are out there that have misinformation. And I want you to realize We teach you how to read labels. We teach you how to understand what a healthy carbohydrate is versus an unhealthy carbohydrate. We teach you certain foods or food additives or names on the labels that you should avoid. We're not just about, here, go lose some weight. We truly care about getting you educated so that you can become an educated consumer for the future of our children. If we don't get this under control now, I don't know what the future is going to hold, because there's only going to be more and more marketing dollars spent, and there's only going to be more and more additives and preservatives and chemicals added to the food or sprayed on the food, because the food producers, they just want to make more money, right? And you know, in their defense, they probably feel like they're not doing anything wrong. But from a health advocate and a very educated health person, looking at it from a bigger bird's eye view, there's a major issue out there. So we have to educate. There's so much confusion going on with the internet, and just realize that, again, many times, this, if you are struggling with weight or you are struggling with health, it's not your fault. It's the industry that we're living in. It's the world we're living in. You know, the bottom dollar speaks volumes to a lot of things going on. So this is my favorite slide of the entire night, because this is why it works. This is a complete holistic health program. We focus on the pillars of health. The Doctors Advisory Board has really taken the time to pull and pick apart exactly why this works, how it works, educate you, educate your people, so that you understand that this is a bigger picture. Body pH, gut health, and microbiome. What that means is there's little bacteria in your gut, and it really dictates your health. Oxidative stress, inflammation is at the core of every health condition out there. So we have to get that inflammation reduced. We have to really support your body. Detoxification. If you're taking a lot in and you're not getting rid of it, you're not going to be well, and you're not going to lose weight. So we support the detoxification pathways. Energy, we all want more energy. I guarantee you, if you do this, you're going to address all of the pillars of health, and you're going to have a lot better, more vibrant energy. You know, I feel this way every day. I'm 45 years old. I feel better than I have ever in my 20s or 30s, and I'm in my mid 40s. And I feel like it's all because of addressing the pillars of health and eating for health and having an active lifestyle and really practicing what I preach. That's part of the equation too. You do have to show up and be an active participant. We'll guide you, we'll coach you, we'll support you, but you do have to show up and try a little bit too. Sufficiency, we really talk about macronutrients, the macro and micronutrients. You know, this is not just a one category food or so-called diet. This is not just only protein. This is not just only protein and fats. There's some other so-called eating plans out there. This is about balance. This is about macronutrients. This is about nutrition. This is about health from the inside out. Blood sugar support is another huge thing, especially if you have that belly fat or the insulin resistance. All of that is really now more than ever, that's one of the fastest growing conditions out there, is diabetes or insulin resistance, just because there's so much hidden sugar. Like I just said, you have to become that educated consumer reading your labels. And then the neuroendocrine immune health, this is another big part why everything works so well, is because we are addressing the inside of the body. We're going to get into the products now. Really, this is important for a lot of people, because it's not just you know, like low quality ingredients. I was very picky when I first decided. I have had a very successful practice for going on 18 years, and I would consider myself an ingredient or supplement snob a little bit, or, you know, very picky with what I put in my body. I'm not going to put anything into my body that I wouldn't give my children or wouldn't give my patients. And especially when I first started this, I had my reputation for a very successful wellness practice on the line. So I really did my due diligence. I went out, I met the founders, I met the formulators, I met the scientists, and everybody who put their time and energy into these formulations. And you know what? I said, it's good. GMP certified, GMO free. So we are GMO free, grass fed. It's approved in Canada. And if anybody knows anything about Canada and getting nutritional products in, it's one of the hardest countries out there and territories to get anything passed. So we pass Canada. So that's a huge thing. We are gluten free. We have no pesticides. We have FDA patents, and we have patents and FDA approval on some of the things that have gone through the structure and function claims. Hormone free, that's huge. I do a lot with women's hormones, and the fact that we have grass fed, hormone free, antibiotic free, non-denatured protein shakes, which we'll get into, is huge. That's so big. And then we're 100% natural. And then most importantly, people always want options. We have vegan available, plant-based. So this is where most people start. It's called the 28-day transformation system. It's the better body system. So it's going to help you with whatever your goals is. It's an easy to follow system. It's health gain. Yes, you can lose weight. That's your side effect. First time users lose anywhere from 12 to over 16 pounds in their first month. So if you follow it and you eat real foods, which we're going to get into, you should get great results. Okay, so we're going to go through that transformation kit. This is everything that's in the transformation kit. ALKALETE, I would say, is our signature product. This is what makes us unique and separate and awesome. We get to really talk about alkalizing the body. This is going to help reduce the acidity. It's going to help promote the pH levels in the body. It helps get rid of the acidic waste. Many times we have acidic waste that just accumulates in our body or our tissues or our fat cells, and it's trying to stay away from the main important organ, so it stores itself in fat cells. So when you start alkalizing, you start shrinking those fat cells and getting rid of the acidic waste. It improves your muscle recovery time. So anybody who works out knows that you are building lactic acid when you work out. That's a natural byproduct, but it helps neutralize that. So it helps with quick recovery time. It helps with acid indigestion. Obviously, that's too much acid going on. Make sure that you watch. We have some great pH videos on YOLI.com or even on our site here at YOLIvirtual.com for more information on that. This is one of our favorites. Passion is our natural energy drink. It helps boost your metabolism, and it helps get you off of coffee or overstimulating other drinks that are out there. It's loaded with your B vitamins. It's got natural green tea caffeine as your energy source, so it's great. It's not a harsh overstimulating. It does have 110 milligrams of caffeine, so if you are sensitive, I would not do this product, but we do have other non-caffeinated products that you can get. And it's great because it replaces your soda, or some of your kids might be addicted or like those energy drinks, or I don't want to name any names, but we all know that there's big energy drinks out there. So this would be a great replacement, and everything's sweetened with stevia. That's the other thing I wanted to tell you. The shakes, all of our drinks, and the Passion, the energy drink, is sweetened with stevia, so it's clean. This is why we are attracting so many great chiropractors and health practitioners and educated people, because it is a clean product line, and that's what you can be proud to know, that you are consuming good, healthy products for your body and your kids. YOLI Essential Shakes, like I just said, it provides all your essential amino acids. And what I like to say about this is amino acids are the precursor to all of the neurotransmitters in your brain. So your neurotransmitters is how your moods are, it's how you feel. So this we call our happy shakes because it helps with your moods. It helps with all of that. It's a non-denatured whey protein source from grass-fed, hormone-free, antibiotic-free cows from New Zealand, grazing on the grass like they're supposed to. So it's a very high quality. Keep in mind, even when it comes to, what does this cost, which we're going to cover, this is all, you got to remember, you're getting high quality, you get what you pay for, and also your health results, and so that you don't gain weight back. Boost your glutathione and your serotonin levels. It also has a full serving of vegetables in there, and it has lactase, which helps break down the lactose. So should you be a little bit sensitive to dairy, most people I mean, they just feel great when they're doing this because it's got the lactase, it's got the probiotics in there, and because of the quality and how the shakes are made, it's bioavailable. So it's very, very easy to digest. The other thing with the shakes are it helps build your lean muscle. The more lean muscle you have, the higher your resting metabolic rate is. When you have a higher resting metabolic rate and more muscle in your body, you burn fat while you sleep. Sign me up. Everybody wants to burn fat while they sleep, right? Pure, this is another reason I said yes, is because by the time I learned about YOLI, I was a huge advocate for digestive formulas, especially probiotics. So the fact that this company had a probiotic in their lineup over 10 years ago, I was like, okay, they know what they're doing, because probiotics, more and more people are hearing about them now, and for the last, like, I'd say 5 or so years. But 10 years ago, this was pretty cutting edge. The same with the ALKALETE. So these guys really did their homework. They were really, and still are, ahead of their times as far as like how they selected what they put in this transformation system, which is exactly why it helps with the overall health. So it's an all-in-one gut supplement, and what it does is it supports your natural flora in your digestive system. So we all have these good bacteria. We have good bacteria and bad bacteria. But what this is it encourages the natural growth of the good bacteria. So this is your immune system. This is so big, especially with everything going on right now. You need a strong, healthy gut. It's got prebiotics, probiotics. It's also got milk thistle, so it supports the liver. This is going to help detoxify. And a good, healthy gut and a good detoxification system is going to help with weight loss and overall health. So this gets 2 thumbs up. All of the products do, but that's one of my favorites. Resolve, this is our natural fiber supplement. So it helps you feel full. It also has phytofiber, which is a glucomannan, and it's got the good old apple cider vinegar, but without having to down that nasty tasting stuff, you can actually get the powder in the capsules. It's got apple fiber. It also has cinnamon, so that's going to help with blood sugar support. It's going to help with all sorts of things from the inside out and help with weight loss. And it's great to help bust through some of those plateaus. So just keep in mind, it's so much more than just some products. Those products are there just to help support and get you further along faster. We also have the easy step-by-step guide, which is your 28-day transformation, basically booklet, that if you follow it, it tells you what to eat, what not to eat. It tells you the timing on when to eat. So it's all laid out. You got a great program that you can follow. There's meal plans and recipes included. You can track your results. We got the phone app. So everything, nowadays we want our handy little phone. And this is great because this supports you on your journey. It's easy and customizable. So if you are on a different plan, say keto or intermittent fasting, it's very friendly with that. We're basically, we do build in some intermittent fasting into our program with our meal plan. And it is a higher protein, lower carb diet. So it does kind of follow some of those principles, why you get great results. But we do believe in healthy carbohydrates. So you do get your healthy carbs every other day, and you get all the support you could ever want. A few optimizers I just want to touch base on are, let's see, we got the enzymes, which are great. They help break down extra digestion. They're good for heartburn, and they help also break down inflammation in your body, so that they're like the little Pac-Man. They scavenger your body and they go eat extra debris. We got vitamins. We have the omegas, which is really good for overall brain health and heart health. There's Glow, which is great for skin and hair, and it's got collagen, and it's got biotin. I mean, I can't believe how many people are telling me how fast their hair is growing. And insane. Dream, I take every night. It's got your great melatonin. It's also got some valerian in there, 5-HTP, which is really good for stress. And then there's Lean Greens. Lean Greens is really good because that really helps with overall plateau breaking. It just busts through the plateaus. So the Lean Greens. Let's see here. There we go. Give me a second. Okay, we got sports hydration and we got performance. So being part of the YOLI family, we will encourage you. It's not necessary, but we do love active life, and we like health and wellness with activity and sports performance. So fun is our branch chain amino acids. It's got electrolytes, branch chain amino acids. It's got 1 serving of alkalate built into that, so that's great to hydrate your body. There's passion, which is giving you that energy before you go do your workouts. There's pH2O. It's got your trace minerals. It's also great because it alkalizes your body. You just add that to water, and it's a nice hydration drink, and it's got your minerals. There's the YOLI protein shakes that builds your muscles, the ALKALETE, and then the Flex. Obviously, I'm a chiropractor, so I absolutely love the Flex. That's going to help support your joints and your shoulders and your backs and your knees. So while you are active, that helps with all of that. Our immune system support, this is amazing because thank goodness we have these great products. The Truth is an antioxidant blend loaded with vitamin C, everything to support your immune system. So right now, this would be great to go on and order some of the Truth as an immune booster and drink this throughout the day. This is no caffeine in this. So this is great even for your kids. So if instead of giving them juice all day or Gatorade, like give them some of the Truth. It's going to boost their immune system, and it's going to be without all of the sugar. The Pure, obviously we just said that supports your digestive system, the Defend, and then obviously the Dream for a good night's sleep. That's an important piece to overall health and wellness. Okay, let's see what's next. The pH support, this is, again, just as a reminder, this is what makes YOLI so beautifully effective and unique, is we work on balancing your pH. So if you don't know a lot about it, there's acid and alkaline, and we really want to be more on the alkaline side. That's where the body works better. If we're more on the acidic side, that's where inflammation and disease and all of that yucky stuff happens. That's where you gain weight, and you can't lose weight no matter what you try. So when you alkalize your body, you're going to notice that you just feel better. So ALKALETE, the lean greens, obviously greens are great for alkalizing. The pH2O tastes delicious. So instead of spending $3 or $4 on a coconut water, you can spend less than $1 on a coconut healthy water, and that's going to be just something great for you to try. Fun is your also another alkalizer. Keep in mind, if you do want, we have what are called tasting packs that you can ask somebody, whoever invited you to watch this, ask them to send you a tasting pack, and it comes with a great variety of all sorts of products. Or maybe you got a tasting pack, you're gonna just go through and just experience how delicious all of our products are. They actually really do taste good. They don't have chalky texture, they don't have aftertaste, they taste amazing. So I've never tasted such great products as YOLI has. No disease, including cancer, can thrive in an alkaline environment. No disease, including cancer, can thrive in an alkaline environment. That's from Dr. Otto Warburg. He was a 1931 Nobel Prize winner for cancer discovery. Okay, so just, we're not making claims, but this is, you know, information that's straight out there from a Nobel Prize winner on the topic of alkalizing the body. Real people, real results. Pictures are worth 1,000 words, so just check out on the website. We got tons of testimonial pictures. Whoever invited you to watch this, they can send you some, or they can add you to some of the support Facebook groups, and you can do your own checking out all of the great testimonials, all sorts, from health issues to weight loss to muscle building. And like I said, it's for women and men. It's for kids. I mean, we have had obese teenagers be able to lose weight. We've had all sorts of great testimonials. So that's the most important piece, is we want people to get results. A new you begins today. And just keep in mind, if you're ready to jump on board, you do get 20% off your first order as a preferred customer. There's also a 30-day money back guarantee. The 28-day kit includes everything that we just went over. It doesn't come with all those extra optimizers, but those you can add on. I'd say the average price is around maybe $30 to $34 per bottle, so it's very fairly priced, and they actually work. You get to eat real food every day with your meal plan. It costs less than $10 a day while you're on the program. So it's basically around $285 plus shipping, handling, and tax. Breaks into about $10 a day for a 30-day program. So to me, that's very affordable, and especially for the results that you get. And then you stay on that until you're happy with your weight loss result. Some maybe only need it for 1 month. You might need it for a couple months, just depending where you're at on your journey. And just remember, it's got the money back guarantee. You got nothing to lose. I always say, try it. You've tried everything else. If it doesn't work, send it back or get your money back. But you have everything to gain, because health is wealth, and that's what is most important, especially now more than ever. Is we need to make sure that we have that that health and that vibrancy and our quality of life. So let's see here. There we go. I think I'm almost done with my part. Okay, so the organic sharing business is really just become a product of the product. Try it. If you get great results, what's going to happen is you're going to want to share it with your friends. They can take a look at it. And there's basically just a beautiful process that you can share this organically with your friends. If that is something that you choose to do, you don't have to do that. But if that's something that you choose to do, it's just a natural, easy, organic process. And you can earn free products, which is great. You can also earn some extra little commissions if you want some extra side money. It's a great way. So become a product of the product, become your own testimony. And because of that, you actually can change your life on multiple different levels. So with that being said, I hope you learned about the products. Now, you guys are really in for a treat, because I have the beautiful, distinct pleasure of introducing one of my dearest friends and business partners, and just a beautiful woman of faith, and just one of the top leaders in the entire country. She steals hearts and just is amazing on stage and off stage. So Jen Furness, you come on and steal the show as you always do. We love you. Thank you, guys.
Awesome. I'm so thankful to be here, you guys. Angie, I could listen to you all day long and never get tired. And in fact, I'll tell you, all of you listeners, that I'm a little bit embarrassed to say this. I worked in corporate healthcare for almost 20 years before YOLI came into my life, and I didn't know a fourth of what Angie just talked about, and that's a little bit embarrassing. So anyway, I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to say that 99% of you that are listening to this call or watching this call are from two different camps. One of two different camps. One of those camps is my camp, Jen Furness, Jen's camp, where you're super excited to be here. You love learning new things. You love learning about products and health, and even love learning about new businesses and opportunities. A portion of you are that person. Another portion of you were drugged here against your will. You do not want to be here, but you told your friend you would, so you're just fulfilling your commitment to them. That was my husband's camp, okay? So I completely understand. And then the last 1% of you is, you're not even sure how you got here, but you're here. So let's go ahead and just enjoy the information and learn something new. So I'm so grateful to be here. And I will tell you a little bit about myself. Like I said, came from corporate healthcare and had no idea that any of these things existed, whether it's an optimal health system like YOLI, or this beautiful, beautiful industry that I wish I would have known about many, many moons ago. Because I'll tell you, I'm 49 years old today, and I wish I would have known about this when I was in my 20s or even in my 30s, but timing's timing. And so I am so grateful that you are here to learn about this, and you can just thank your friend later. So if you don't mind, please, please just open up your heart and your mind and sit back and just listen, so that you can either get your friend off your back or really, really get excited about what I'm about to share with you. So I appreciate you being here. We are living in some unprecedented times, and I'm going to see if I can get our next slide here. Unprecedented times, guys. The financial situation is like nothing we've ever seen before. I was just having a conversation with my two teenagers a few days ago, and just talking about how this is history in the making, and yet not so sure whether it's good history, but for sure growth history. Everyone is learning and adjusting, and if you aren't, you're going to want to after you hear the things that I want to share with you guys tonight. 1 in 3 American families and more than half of the millennials have a side business. This is what this is all about. Your friend who invited you may have said, I want you to know more about it. And they don't, didn't have to be an expert on this, because the information that's going to be shared with you tonight is so simple to share by just bringing your friends here to these calls and having other people be able to share the information. Dual income generations with side streams. I will tell you that I grew up in the 70s and 80s, and I recall that in small town Iowa, that my mom stayed home with us, all 4 of us kids, until about kindergarten. And that's when I recall her going and getting a job with my dad. They both were blue collar workers working in a factory. And in this day and age, it's so unheard of and very, very uncommon to hear about people not having 2 income households because of what the lifestyles and just different decisions and what it takes to be able to thrive in this world. And so 84% of Americans are not financially ready for retirement. I can concur with that. You know, I have a dad and a stepmom who are in that situation right now. You know, they were one of the generations who was able to actually be able to have a pension, and probably one of the last generations who had a pension. And now it's basically unheard of. And if you're one of those last people who are being able to take advantage of those kinds of things, congratulations. But majority of us do not have that ability. And so the cost of living has gone up an average of 40 to 65% in some areas, while wages have only gone up about 20 or 12% in the last 22 years. And I will tell you also, again, coming from corporate healthcare, you know, one of the things that was my job was to go and do performance reviews, giving raises to people. And if I even suggested giving 3%, more than 3%, I was crazy. And so my thought and my prayer when I found YOLI was to be able to create another income to make up for what it was that I was not getting in raises or giving in raises as well. So that's just some really crazy information to share. And you know, this situation also, and having conversations, and many of you are probably having conversations with your kids or grandkids, nieces and nephews, and your families, that COVID-19 in this situation, again, no one has heard of anything like this in our entire existence, and being able to experience this now with our families. I'm not gonna lie, I actually love a challenge in being able to teach them how to continue to grow during these hard times. And now I did not ask for this, and I wouldn't ask for it again, but I am thankful for all the things we've been able to learn in our families, as well as this business as well. And I'll talk a little bit more about that in a little bit. 18% of US populations are currently out of a job or have reduced or limited hours. I cannot tell you the number of people just in my team, as well as people in my circle of influence, friends that were out of work, and for whatever number of weeks, just some of them just getting back now, either losing their jobs or being on furlough, and they'd never experienced that before. And just what we have right here, the 6.6 million people filed for unemployment when these slides were created. Guys, I just looked that up today, and it literally said that we have 38.6 million people who have filed for unemployment during this pandemic situation since March. And that is just one of these things where, you know, I was there. I thought my job was, I was inexpendable. I was secure. I was making a fantastic living, even though my own decisions and poor choices had us living still paycheck to paycheck. Even though my husband and I were making a very good income, we were still living paycheck to paycheck. And so 5 months after I started using the products and loving this beautiful business, my company called me up and said, Jen, I know you've been with us forever, and I know that you take care of a lot of things, but here's your 30 days notice. And I understand how that feels. And so when I had several of my friends come and say, Jen, oh my gosh, I thought for sure things were safe, secure, and I'm telling you, in this day and age, even outside COVID and all the things that are going on right now, yeah, I forgot to say, guys, all of you frontliners, thank you. I pray for you every day. We're so grateful for all you do. But it does, these types of times really bring us a level of uncertainty that I hope if I do my job right, and I already know that Angie has, if I do my job right tonight, you're gonna come in, no matter what you decide about YOLI, you're gonna come out of this event and have more hope that you came in with, of what's possible if you decide, okay? All right, let me go ahead and, gig economy and culture, my goodness. This was something, again, like cell phones never existed when I got out of college. They were just coming out with the newest cell phones, those big gigantic bags. So this whole concept of the gig economy, even I never even heard of such a thing, and I can't even remember exactly what I learned from my friend Daniel that you first met on this call, how long ago this began. But you guys, there's so many people looking for ways to make a side income, and YOLI is just one of many of the plans that people are using to be able to create that side income. Airbnb, we've all heard of that. Etsy, Lyft. One of the things I will say about Lyft, and I was in Florida in March, right before this whole thing broke out, you guys, and our Uber driver, the Lyft drivers, I felt so badly for them, even though it's a fantastic way to have flexibility and to be able to get yourself built in another type of income. I felt so badly because when this happened, it was definitely not pandemic proof. Because they were telling us that, you know what, this is our biggest, busiest time, and now there's hardly any calls. We hardly have any rides that we need to give for people. And so I felt so heartbroken for them. Of course, obviously I shared YOLI with them. But one thing I so appreciate in this business, in this industry, is that can I say it's pandemic proof? Because one of the things that's helped us in this business of network marketing and being able to build a thriving team of people who are as passionate as you of sharing optimal health and another way to create a residual income, which of course everyone should have as part of their portfolio, in my opinion, is just that we're able to pivot and make adjustments. A lot of times we were doing our sharing of these products and this business belly to belly, and we will someday get back to that. But for right now, we've been able to pivot and use these types of tools and platforms that you're seeing right now with Zoom and all different types of platforms to be able to still continue to build our business and maintain and grow this residual income despite what's going on in the rest of the world. And so that in itself is just such a huge blessing, and I hope that will at least shine a little bit of light for you of what might be possible for you and your family as well. Home-based business, direct sales, guys, like I said, I wish that I would have known about what this was about. I had every type of kitchen utensil, I had every type of jewelry, I had every type of makeup. Ask my husband, he'll tell you all about it. That I didn't even realize that this was possible, being able to create a substantial secondary income and even a legacy type of income was possible until one person shared with me. So maybe that's your friend tonight that just shared with you and you were open enough to learn some more. But direct selling has been around for 100+ years, and I didn't know about it until 8 years ago, and I'm so bummed about that. But the really great thing about it, guys, here's the thing. Low startup cost. I will tell you, working in corporate healthcare, I did try another way of opening my own business, and I'm telling you, that was not low startup cost. $150,000 later, I have nothing to show for it in creating a business of my own, trying to get flexibility and trying to be able to be and spend more time with my family. It never happened because even in my brick and mortar business, I ended up working more hours than I ever did in the normal workforce out in the world, because I had to be the jack of all trades. I had to be the marketing person. I had to answer the phones. I had to do the sales. I had to deal with the vendors. I had to do all of these things what I thought was going to bring me freedom. It was a prison because I was always working and always on call. And so that's one huge difference, is that you get to work from the comfort of your home. You can build your business in whatever it is that you decide to create, from literally your couch. Right before I got on this call, okay, Daniel, I'm going to just tell the truth. I was on my couch building my business from my phone, and you can do that too. And so the extra income on the side is something that lots and lots of people are looking for. And so if that's you, seriously sit down and talk with your family and talk with the person who invited you to this call to learn more about how can I do this in the nooks and crannies of time of my life and still be able to create and design the life that I want. This is it. And if you guys could see my friend Daniel right now, he has to have a big smile on his face right now. All right, next, tax benefits. Tax benefits, guys. I am definitely not an accountant. I am not anybody who you should even ask about numbers. But one thing I do know is that my accountant allows me so much benefit in building my business, whether it's from having different write-offs on my cell phone, some of my car, some of the room in my house. This is my office. these different types of write-offs that I never had in corporate healthcare working for someone else that I love about this business. And, you know, I wasn't really going to go down this road, but one of the things too is that in this business, in having the tax benefits and things like that, it's also something that I never knew I could do, which is create a business that I actually could build and still be able to give to the causes and or to my children that I love and care about. If they're going to be, I will tell you one thing, I told them they don't get anything unless they're responsible, contributing human beings. And so, but that's just me. So, but again, tax benefits is just one more reason why you should seriously take a look. All right, power of residual income and impact. I look at this slide a lot, you guys. Let me just confess, I don't like math. I don't like math. I've never liked math. In numbers, to me, they elude me as far as trying to put things together, but this slide has helped me so much. Looking at what you would need to have put away. Again, if you've ever tried to put away a savings account, remember I said that most people in the United States do not have $1,000 for an emergency, much less putting away, let's go ahead and start with $24,000 in a bank account, paying 5% interest is the only way they could create an extra $100 a month in residual income. Okay, friends, even my mind can understand what that means. Number one, I've never seen a bank account that paid me 5% before. And I'm pretty sure that my husband would concur that I've definitely never seen a bank account, a savings account that would pay me 5% because he's never been allowed to save that much because I love to shop with Angie. Okay, so, but here, another one. If you wanted to create an extra income for you and your family, earning $200 a month, you would have had to scrimp and save and do all these things to put away $48,000 in a bank account paying you 5% interest, friends. I don't know, that kind of makes me just like lose my breath because I know what I've seen in this business. And again, like Angie said, we're not making any claims, but I have seen so many people create hundreds of dollars a month that has not made them a millionaire, but it's completely changed the lifestyle of them and their family. They are able to not live paycheck to paycheck. They're able to take an extra trip here or there. They're able to pay off debt. They're able to even pay for the air conditioner that broke down. I have seen so many people be able to do that by, again, building this business in the most simple way, just by sharing what you love and care about in the products and this business model with the people that they love and care about. It is incredible. And like I said, I wish I would have learned about this long ago. I'm gonna blame that on Daniel as well. Okay, next. Direct selling is a global impact. And you know, we're a sports family. Everything that we do there's ESPN on in somebody's room in the house at all times. I love sports. I don't necessarily, need to live on that kind of ESPN kind of stuff. But looking on here, I was kind of smiling. I'm like, oh my goodness, the NFL, a $12 billion industry, music industry. I love music, not necessarily the music that my teenagers love, but a $15 billion industry, movie industry. Oh, gosh, are our movie theaters going to open sometime soon? But here, $38 billion industry. You guys, direct selling, $189 billion with a B dollar industry. That is impact. And I am so grateful that I opened my eyes. I was open to hear what is possible through this industry. Global sales by product type. YOLI is a health and wellness company, friends. And like I told you earlier, my husband, the reason why he was such a skeptic and why he was so against it is because he knows that I had every household good, every piece of clothing, every piece of makeup, and the jewelry is not even on here, but I had all of it. And those are not even the top building industry types in this market. It is health and wellness. Health and wellness, consumable products, things that people fall in love with, like myself and Angie and Daniel. We've all fallen in love with the products. We will never stop using them, and they are used up every single month. So I have customers that have been with me, guys, since 8 years ago that still are on an auto ship using the products because they love them. Not because I'm nagging them, but because they love them. This is a beautiful, beautiful company to be in. Direct sales by gender. Guys, women, 70% are women. Direct selling is one of the few places where women earn dollar for dollar what men earn. I've seen it. I've been there. I've watched it. Disturbing. And yet in this business, you guys, it's a level playing field. And honestly, I've heard this many, many times before, that it doesn't require that you're a genius or some graduate of Yale. In fact, they say, you know, it doesn't matter whether you just you graduated from Yale or just got out of jail, you can still do this business. And even if you're like me and you don't love math, in fact, you can't stand math, you can still be good at this business, guys. It is a level playing field, and I love that. YOLI is a company that was founded by our 4 founders. It is a debt-free company. Debt-free is a big deal because, well, actually, it was more of a big deal for my husband, like I told you. He was a huge skeptic in the beginning, and he could not wrap his mind around me thinking this is going to be my new thing until he met these 4 guys right here, Robbie Fender, Corey Citron, Darren Falter, and Bobby Jones, and got to see the hearts of these incredible men who have everything, but yet they want to pour into our teams and the people of every single person who comes in this company. They love what they do, and they love to pay it forward in helping all of us. A debt-free company was a big deal for my husband to hear. You know, there's not a lot of companies that survive 10 years, which YOLI has been here for 10 years. Less than 3% of small businesses, not just direct sales and network marketing guys, last to 10 years. We are living in rarefied air. We are incredibly excited about getting to the 10-year benchmark, because the next 10 years is going to be off the charts. So many incredible things coming, and I could go on and on about all the things that are happening with newest technologies, state-of-the-art products, and technology for us to be able to equip us to build our businesses from the comfort of our homes. And I am so ridiculously giddy. YOLI is self-funded, privately held, and debt-free, like I said, and we're open in international markets, United States, Canada, that Angie mentioned, the Philippines, and Mexico, and we're just getting started. That just makes my heart race. I cannot wait for us to be able to see what the next 10 years brings. Kimmy Fender, also one of our founders, beautiful, beautiful heart. I love listening to her, being mentored by her. She has just grown leaps and bounds in this last 10 years. And our new president, our newest addition, Rod Hairston. Guys, YOLI's not just a better body company. It is a better body and better mind company. The personal development that you get to learn here, you learn while you earn, and you also get to grow while you go. We have incredible things that are happening here. All of these wonderful people, I cannot wait for you to be able to meet them in person and feel their hearts and feel their love and joy for what it is that we get to do. I, like I said, have been here for almost 8 years, and this is one of my favorite parts of not being a pushy salesperson kind of company, but listening to what you've heard tonight, guys. You have 3 different things that you can do. Number 3, I have some questions before I make a decision. Wonderful. Please reach out to the person that invited you to this call and just get your questions answered. If they don't know what the answers are, they're going to reach out to somebody who does and make sure that we get all of your questions answered. If you're a 2, you want to get started on your own physical and emotional transformation, and today's the day. Today is your day. I will tell you, best decision I ever made in my life, had incredible results with the products, and have been able to maintain this incredible lifestyle for 8 years. I've never felt so empowered. Wonderful. You will be a preferred customer. You're going to save 20% of your first order. So reach out to the person who invited you and let them know you want to start as a preferred customer. Or you're already thinking of, oh my goodness, my dad, my uncle, my best friend, my neighbor, thinking of these different people that need to have this transformation as well. Maybe it's for weight loss, maybe it's for weight gain, or maybe it's just for an overall health transformation. If you're thinking of people that you already know need what you heard tonight, you may consider becoming a business partner with us, a brand ambassador, traveling to all of these different places and being able to share this beautiful gift. you're going to be reaching out to the person that introduced you to this call, and let them know that you want to join the mission, join the team, and start out as a YOLI business member. And right now, guys, you actually have the benefit of being able to have some incredible incentives, including a free box of, I believe, PH2O through the end of this month or right into the beginning of July. They're going to be having those kinds of incentives. You can start the same thing with your own transformation, or if you decide you want to build a big business and build it fast, you may consider some of the different business kits that are available. But you don't have to memorize any of this. Just reach out to the person who invited you and let them know how you want to get started, and we'd be happy to lock arms with you and, again, design the life that you want. I am so thankful that you guys came and joined us tonight. I hope that you received lots of incredible information, and most of all, I hope that you have a hope that you did not come into the call with for what's possible for you and your family. I thank you so much. God bless.